Perfect. Hi, everyone. I would love to introduce our amazing guests today, lovely Chris and Karen. They are phenomenal leaders in the online space, and they have got lots of wisdom, lots of insight to share with us today. I'm sure a lot of you will resonate with their story, and it will actually encourage you to check out our business opportunity. Chris, Karen, thank you so much for graciously accepting my invitation to Coffee and Cash Flow Club. I truly appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're so welcome. You're
Thank
so
you. Of
welcome.
Thanks for having
course.
us on. It's great.
Of
Yep.
course. If you please kindly start by sharing a little bit about your background, what inspired you to start this business, and what was your vision like when you started it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a firefighter in Calgary, Alberta, in Canada, Western Canada. Karen was a vice principal in an elementary school, and we had great careers. Holy cow! Doing what we love to do. Why
Yeah.
would we do anything else, right? I mean, you're crazy.
Amazing.
Stop doing that because it
Right.
was so much fun. We loved it, but we built a log home, built it ourselves. We had lots of guidance but we built this, from the ground up, and it cost us more than we thought it would.
Hmm.
Even though we did a lot of sweat equity, it cost us more than we thought it would. And we
I'm
just
sure.
wanted something on the side, something that, was fun, that made money, that gave us a little bit of time, and allowed us to do some of the things that allowed us to afford to stay here, but also allowed us a little bit to travel, and
Hmm.
that's what we went out looking for,
Yeah.
and we stumbled onto this.
And we just found it through Google. We just
Yeah,
Googled online business and an
Oh,
ad showed up,
wow.
like many of you probably have seen, is an ad that shows up on your news feed.
yeah,
And
Right.
we were in our early 50s and we were thinking our life was half over and we were closer to retirement than we were the start of our careers. So we wanted a retirement that we'd always dreamed of travel and fine wine and just, having life,
Absolutely.
the life of Riley. But we
Right.
knew we needed more if we wanted to have the dream retirement that we did. So when we started it, like Chris said, we weren't going to leave our careers. We were
no,
just socking away money for retirement. That was in 2018 when we went to our first webinar. And after a year, I retired early. After 2 years, Chris retired early from the fire service.
crazy. Yeah.
And
Amazing.
we've been doing this full time for the last 5 years and traveling the world. So,
And let me tell you something, you are killing it. And
mhm,
honestly, I would love to thank, on behalf of the community, thank you. You guys, honestly, the inspiration, the support, you are just there for every single one of us. And I cannot be more grateful than
you're
that.
so
Thank you
welcome.
Thanks.
so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, that's the best part of the job. We just share,
Yeah.
success leaves footprints. And, if
Exactly.
it has been done, then it can be done. And that's what we tell everybody. And
Yeah.
just follow the footprint, follow what's already been done. Just
And
copy what we've done, and you're on your
Exactly.
way.
yeah, well, we should not be. We should mention that, like, there's nothing special about us. We're pretty simple folks.
Simple
Like,
Canadians.
really,
Yeah.
and all we are doing is following what was in the training that everyone has access, that you know,
Mhm.
Exactly.
and
Video
so
based, step by step
yeah,
training. Yeah.
yeah. For me, this was really important. For me, it's all video based, so I can
Yeah,
watch an actual video and then do
exactly.
the thing. Like
Yeah.
I'm not, I'm not going to be able to read it and then interpret it and then do it. I want to be able to see it and then do the same thing and then watch it and then watch it again and again. Okay, and then do it.
Hmm.
That's how I roll, and that's how this is set up. It's perfect for, you
Hmm.
know, uh, everyday people
And
to succeed.
as isolating as the online space can be, you can feel kind of alone in the online world. But that was the beautiful part of this, is that
Yeah.
it's so social. Like
Yeah.
last night we had a Zoom meeting with, lots of many of our people, the people that are working online, and they had questions for us. So we just got on a Zoom with them, and we had coffee and whatnot, and
Oh,
got to know one another. But we also meet face to face. which
Yeah.
it's the best of both worlds. You know, you're never
Ex-
alone. You are absolutely never alone. If you have a hiccup with your business or there's something in the training that you just don't get, there's always
yeah.
a real live person that is going to help you through it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so
You can plan a coffee or something,
yes,
hang out at a,
yeah,
cafe and yeah, have your questions answered. That's the beauty of it. You are
yeah,
absolutely right. And if you allow me, I would also introduce myself very briefly.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
please.
Because,
sure.
of course, thank you. So as I mentioned, my name is Ellie Nasseri. Reside in Montreal, Canada. I did graduate in business management from one of the top universities here. And just like anybody else who holds a business degree, I had the high hopes of, landing in my dream job. I actually did. I actually ended up becoming one of the top performers in my field. But after a while, I just found myself doing more than 50 hours, being sick all the time. My immune system dropped due to the stress, the long hours, lack of sleep. Obviously, when you're the top performer, you have to pay the price, right?
Yeah,
And then I realized my dreams are way bigger than what my corporate job, is offering to me. And that's why I also started, looking around, and I actually looked for something that would be aligned with my vision and mission for, I think, a year and a half, if I'm not mistaken. And the second I stumbled upon this opportunity miraculously, I was like, this is the answer to my prayers. I didn't even hesitate for a second. I jumped in because it was meaningful. It had the joy, it had the fun I was looking for. It was actually giving me the energy instead of draining my energy.
right,
And it was something I could proudly stand behind.
right,
And, I
yeah.
watched the free webinar, got into the trial period, and the rest is history.
I love that.
It's so
Wow.
true. And it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
life is
fun.
too short not to do something that you
Yeah.
love, and so it is fun for
It
sure.
is fun.
Yeah.
Yes. So we are incredibly confident that our proven system, the system that we have in place, is actually working for so many people, right? The results speak for themselves. Thousands of people have transformed their lives. They have achieved life-changing results from retiring their spouses, living their 9 to 5 jobs, just like yourself, paying off their debts, traveling multiple times a year, or simply creating an additional source of income while they, stay in their current roles. With that in mind, I would love to hear your perspective. What is number one key factor that guarantees success for those people who start their online business with our team, based on your experiences?
You know what? They just have to start. They just have to start.
That's the biggest
Right?
key.
That is the
Mhm.
biggest key. Just start. Go to the webinar, get the information, and make the decision yourself. The system is the whole back end of this whole thing is built for you.
Yeah.
There's no reason why it's set up for success. That is the biggest, or the most common answer that we give to people.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
It's
start.
designed for people's success. You're
Right.
absolutely right.
And just work, do something every day. Like treat it like your plan
Yeah.
A. Treat it like a business. If you're going to treat it like a hobby, then you're going to get hobby results. If you're going to treat it like a business, like an entrepreneur, then you're going
Yeah.
to get those kind of results. So you have to take it seriously and commit to it.
And the other thing, Elia, I would say on top of all of that, because that's exactly right. The one quality that we look for, that we dug deep ourselves was risk. Because there's two kinds of outlooks for this. You can be comfortable or you can
Yeah.
be courageous. You know, And it's hard to be in both camps. You can't really have one foot in comfort land and one in courage land and expect
Yeah.
to make headway. So it was hard for us to get into this initially because we think like employees.
Mhm.
Employee mindset thinks like this. I'm going to do a little bit of work and then I'm going to
Yeah.
get paid. And then
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little bit of work and then I'm going to get paid. And that's how an employee thinks. An entrepreneur understands that it takes a while. You got to put some effort in for a long period of time before you get
Yeah.
rewarded. And that
Consistency.
the consistency, that
Mhm.
congruency, all of that, all has
Yeah.
to be layered on top of each other in order to get to the. And so we encourage people to be courageous. Step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Come in.
You just reminded me of a quote by Anthony Robbins. He said, if you stay in your head, you are dead. If you just don't take